As Zenkem watched in horror, her shadow slowly peeled itself away from her feet. Like thick black smoke, it rose from the ground and stood beside her. For the first time in her life, she saw her own shadow with its own shape, its own eyes, its own breath. The villagers screamed and fled. Obasi tightened his grip on her hand, refusing to let go. The faceless entity stretched its endless arm toward Nkem. "You belong with us." Hundreds of shadows circled the village, twisting through the air like a storm. The earth trembled, the huts shook, the sky remained completely black. Then Nkem remembered something. All her life she had feared the shadows, run from them, ignored them, but she had never truly listened. Closing her eyes, she reached toward the spirits surrounding her. Suddenly she heard them. Not whispers, not threats, voices. Thousands of voices, lost souls, forgotten souls, souls trapped between worlds. They were not trying to destroy the village. They were crying for freedom. And the faceless shadow was the prison keeping them bound. She opened her eyes. For the first time, she was no longer afraid. The faceless entity hesitated. "You were promised to us." "No," Nkem said firmly. "I was never yours." The creature roared. The darkness around the village exploded into a violent storm of shadows. Obasi was thrown to the ground. The villagers hid inside their huts, and Nkem stepped forward alone. The necklace her grandmother had given her suddenly began to glow. A warm golden light spread through her body. The spirits around her stopped screaming. They turned toward her, waiting, trusting her. Nkem raised her hands. "Go home." The light burst across the village like a sunrise. One by one, the shadows dissolved into thousands of glowing particles. Faces appeared in the light. Men, women, children, ancestors, all smiling peacefully. The faceless entity shrieked as the souls escaped its control. Cracks spread across its dark body. The more spirits Nkem freed, the weaker it became. Finally, the last trapped soul disappeared into the heavens. The creature looked at Nkem one final time, then it shattered into black dust. Silence filled Ezimora. The darkness vanished. The stars returned. The moon appeared overhead, and for the first time since her birth, Nkem cast a normal shadow. She collapsed into Obasi's arms. Days later, the villagers gathered in the village square, ashamed of how they had treated her. The village elder knelt before her. "Forgive us." Nkem looked around at the people who had feared her for so many years. Then she smiled and forgave them. Soon after, the wedding of Nkem and Obasi took place beneath a sky full of stars. The entire village celebrated through the night. Even Nkem's blind grandmother smiled as she listened to the drums and laughter. Before dawn, she pulled Nkem close and whispered, "Your parents would be proud." A single tear rolled down Nkem's cheek. Years later, the people of Ezimora still told the story of the girl who walked with shadows, but they no longer called her cursed. They called her Nkem, the keeper of lost souls. And on quiet nights when the moon was bright and the wind gentle, some villagers claimed they could see tiny lights dancing near the old cemetery, not trapped souls, not ghosts, just grateful spirits watching over the woman who finally set them free. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create more amazing stories for you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.